1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Baby, you got me snoozing, yeah, with that sleep out using. Skin so soft and pink. We like to mix it up a lot, but a lot of times I'll sing the third above and Andy will sing the fifth below. So, you know, you've got do, re, mi, someone sings do, I'll say mi, and then if that melody line moves, then I'll typically follow it along. The nice thing about a fifth is in most chord progressions you can hold on to the fifth, you can carry the fifth. So someone singing do, re, mi, fa, so, that's usually a note that you can hold for a more extended period of time, which can add tension to the chord, the vocal chord that you're creating.
And for the most part, I think it's Kim and I moving together with thirds, and Andy will kind of stay constant, switch a note when it needs, you know. And something like, you guys want to do Sunday Morning really quick? Yeah, we'll go.
That may be all I need. Darkness, she is all I see. Come and rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never want to leave.
So in that way, Kim and I will stay together a lot with words and phrasing, and Andy will just be there for the big phrase.
When I first started, I had a hard time finding harmonies, so sometimes I would just take a note from the chord we're playing and sing that note and hold it out, and maybe that note will be in the next chord or something like that, and I can hold that note. So, an easy way to do it is to find a note in a chord you're playing.
You know it just might try. Let me be your butterfree.
Gets easier.
Yeah, it does. And I mean, sometimes you can even spend an entire practice saying, you sing this string, I'll sing this string, you sing that string, and then for every chord in that song, you're only just moving up that string, So you could just focus on one of those strings, and you've got 3 parts.
Sometimes we'll have 3 or 4 hour practice sessions, and we'll spend 2/3 of it on one lick. Just one phrase in the song that we know needs work. So we work on the instrumentals, and then we also work on the vocal harmonies, and we break it down and we sing the same phrase over and over again so that it sticks. And then we go back to the phrase before and we sing getting into that phrase that we had trouble with. And so, training your brain to remember little spots in the song and using the strings as your reference point is a great way to remember how to do your vocal harmonies. Do my courtship dance because I think you're fancy.
So your ukulele is pretty much a quartet of voices if you think about it. Every chord is 4 people singing, Sometimes
Here, let me sing this now.
And that's just your G. And if you have a 4th guy, he's singing one of those notes twice, And you have all these different jazzy chords have 4 different notes, so that's when it gets awesome. But yeah, as a trio, you got to pick which ones are most important to you, and using your strings as voices of people is a huge tool for us.
Another thing that we really have to pay attention to as a group is mixing the voices of 3 different instruments and 3 different vocals. So that can be tough because we don't want to all be singing the same thing at the same time, and we don't always want to be playing the same thing at the same time. So sometimes you can play a chord at one spot, and you don't even have to play it more than once per measure, because during that space, there are 2 other instruments and 3 other voices that can fill in that space. And so when you have 6 voices happening all at once, play relaxed and you give each other room to breathe and move
It's
around.
like you notice with the Beach Boys, their vocals are the main instruments. You don't hear much guitar. I mean, on the riffs and the soloing, but mostly the voices are they are the guitar.
Because I think your fancy could be a world